We play a little, this is the day of the Lord. Big Levi in the group. Great. Great music to set the mood, set the tone, set the frequency. The two great houses of Israel coming together.
This the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Finally, we making noise and they mad at it. Matter of fact, we be at peace while they panicking. Watching the army is bringing the sword and there's nowhere to run or to hide. Now that my angels are right by my side, destruction to come like a thief in the night. Thief in the It's the day of the Lord. Michael came with a sword, rumors of war. They say they about to turn up. Alice, I'm plugging the cord, closing the stores. I look back, I look forward. I left the past by the door. Mama Ruach to show me the score. The devil can't hurt me no more. It's the day of the Lord. I'ma be glad when they gone. Ain't no more begging to leave us alone. All of my people a beautiful home. Freedom to roam. It's the day of the Lord. I still got answer for that. Destruction is coming, they coming all black. We did a lot and I'm taking it back. Taking it back. It's the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Finally, we making noise and they mad at it. Matter of fact, we be at peace while they panicking. Watching the army is bringing the sword and there's nowhere to run or to hide. Now that my angels are right by my side, destruction to come like a thief in the night. Thief in the This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it.
Rest in the dark for my true purpose. Sought validation from all who heard this. Taken advantage of by disgraced lovers, like leading a blind man to gator-filled waters. I wanted to believe all the quenching lies, but Levana insists they'll snap out of this pie. Face the facts, push back from those closest. Made no sense, still persist as Moses. Raw. Hatchlings brought up under false flame. The emotional fury stirred up a celestial rage. Cleansing flames, straight to cruel, venomous web, certain doom for 83 system that was horribly abused.
It's the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Finally, we making noise and they mad at it. Matter of fact, we be at peace while they panicking. Watching the army is bringing the sword and there's nowhere to run or to hide. Now that my angels are right by my side, destruction to come like a thief in the night. Thief in the This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. This the day of the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it.
It's a beautiful day for us, by the way. The Most High is putting so much work in and bringing in so many puzzle pieces. And just to show you how the Most High controls the right-hand side and the left-hand side, we're going to just take a quick look at Black Panther 2. I sometimes like to listen to trailers of movies, and I was listening to the trailer for Black Panther. They were telling the Israelite story in that movie, except they were telling you the story from the perspective of not a people who want justice, not a people who want equality, but a people who want mercy. Okay? You can't treat our people horribly for hundreds and thousands of years, be the ones who've taken us in and out of captivity, say we want mercy. You want mercy without admitting all of the horrible things you've done to our people. And now, like, every day it's a new story. You know, it's a new shiny little toy here, a new shiny little toy there, in order to keep people from really sitting down and meditating and looking at what is going on. Now, before I talk about the movie, I want to show you guys a little bit of Three Eye Atlas.
All right, guys.
And it was Dabu 7 You see how the government has been like really not showing real good pictures, hiding the good pictures they got from Mars, not sharing any of that kind of information because they know what's coming for them. Now, on this video, I'll play a quick little minute of it from Dabu 7.
Doing a lot, which they completely were covering up.
Again, they're just covering
All right,
up
guys,
everything.
It's time.
Look at this picture right here. All the different little dots around through Atlas.
They completely were covering up a lot. I mean, you see on your screen the best images. The one on the left, the super best one, is actually from Ray's.
Somebody's backyard telescope.
Ray's actually matches one of the first ones that they released, but it's so pixelated you can't really tell what's there. But when you zoom in and you look, you can make out at least 3 of these little dots are around it. 1, 2, and 3. The one on the left is just way better. It's cleaned up way better. And they released this garbage. Don't bother cleaning it up, showing you in any other detail, in any other aspect. Instead, what they do in this live stream is they come out and they immediately start to go on the defensive. And right at the get.
They keep trying to make it sound like it's a comet, it's a comet, it's a comet. Well, it's not acting like a comet, but it's a comet. Same thing. Why would you listen to a people who've lied about absolutely everything? It's hilarious how all of a sudden people want to talk about the church. Oh, we've realized now that the church, is wrong and they're lying. What about your governments? What about your historians? What about your people in the colleges? Everything has been a lie. See, in the first Black Panther movie, T'Challa wants to help the other nations. He's trying to work with the other nations. He wants to set up a school to help the other nations, when these other nations have never apologized for how they treated our people, never admitted the wrongdoings that they've done. And all they want to do is get, take, but never, ever admit their faults. That is what the first Black Panther, and that's what the first group is. Of course, they make them look and sound like a bunch of Hamites, because that's something that a Hamite would do. A Hamite is part of Psalms 83. So therefore, you're going to represent, the Black Panther and their group as Hamites. Because, you've gone over and sent people over to help the Hamites. You try to make amends with the Hamites. You try to make amends with the people that supposedly sold us. You haven't made amends with the people that you actually bought and supposedly brought over here, but you've been helping and making amends with the people that sold us, which makes no sense whatsoever. But I digress. Second Black Panther, Kukulkan, representing us here in the Americas. He does not want the other nations to figure out who they are. He doesn't want them to figure out where they are. He doesn't want them to figure out who they are. That's your 10 tribes that's over here on Turtle Island that wants nothing to do with the Gentiles. In fact, he will kill anyone who tries to even give them information about who they are, vibranium, where they get their power, anything that deals with them, he will kill. Now, that's how our people were. We were not kumbaya, let's come together. If you go to the Lost Scriptures book, the letter to Peter says pretty much, hey, do not let the Gentiles get a hold of our information, because they're going to sit there and twist it. I want to say this is the letter of James to Peter. They're going to twist it. They're going to twist my words. They're going to try to make it, and that's exactly what they've done. They took our information. They took our history that happened over here. They left us with no history. And then they took everything over there and made it sound like all these things played out in their lands. Same thing. Now, also, If you remember in the movie after T'Challa died, and the mom and the sister went out at night by the river, right? And Ku Klan shows up. And he's like, you know, you have this beautiful land. Why are you have this, you know, you're a people that's hidden. Why would you work with these other nations? That is that right there. Remember that he was talking about, don't, you know, why are you, you know, you have a beautiful land. You have a, you know, you have a beautiful setup. Why would you share that with these Gentiles? Right? That right there, Acts 29, to show you that they know our scripts, they know our information, right? They know that. So they put it in a movie, but only people who know this information will pick up on it. When Ku Klan was meeting with the queen, it was like when the Druids met with Paul. The Druids said, look at our practices, look at what we do, we are brothers. When Ku Klan showed up, the queen was like, you know, how did you get in here? Who are you? You know, I'm not, you know, pretty much making it sound like she was hard. You know, hey, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you down. Sister said, look at him. He is like drowning in vibranium, showing that he was the same as them. He had the same practices. He had the same technology. He had the same understanding. It was like the Druids and Paul meeting and realizing that they had the same power. They had the same, you know, technology. They came from the same power. So that was like Paul meeting with the Druids, realizing that they are the same people. That's like Ku Klan meeting with the queen, realizing, and the daughters are, you know, they met with, they got the same stuff, right? Okay. Ku Klan tells them, look, this is the machine right here that they were using at the bottom of the ocean to get vibranium. You need to find out who was a person that was helping them and bring them to me. Because I don't want them figuring out the vibranium's at, and I don't want them to figure out where we are. And he said pretty much to the queen at one time, he said, hey, don't tell these Gentiles about me. If you tell those Gentiles about me, I'm going to come and destroy you. And they made this whole big old conflict between Black Panther's group and Ku Klan's group, and it was infighting. Let me tell you, Gentiles, right now, there will be no infighting this time. The awakened ones are going to be Confederate against you. There will be no infighting between the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. There will be no infighting between the great houses. There will be no group that's going to be like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to fight for the Gentiles. And one group's going to be like, oh, hell no. We're going to go at them. No. They're now going to, the two sticks will be coming together. Now, the ones that have been working with you are not part of the two sticks anymore. They are part of the Psalms 83 Confederacy. Just like you saw in the video last night, there's plenty of so-called black people, and that's even if it's real, if it's not even AI, because some of it, I think it's AI, because a lot of them, the videos are saying exactly the same things over and over again. So sometimes it doesn't even seem like it's even real at this point. But just so you guys know, I'm letting you guys know, you other nations know, as well as our own 2/3. There will be no infighting between the true Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom anymore. They will be on one accord. So just like at the end of the movie, Black Panther 2, the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom are going at it. Why? So that one group can protect the Gentiles, who again, never asked for forgiveness, never asked for mercy, never tried to make things right, But you think that somehow one of our houses is going to defend you? See, the people that are defending you are not part of the house of Israel. The ones that are making these videos, I can't believe it. They're not part of us in our group. Until you cleave, well, first admit what you've done, ask for forgiveness from the Most High, and cleave to his people. There are steps to this. If you're not going to do any of that, then the 2/3 can stay with you. But as you can see, that was the whole movie. Like, it was always about like infighting between our people. I'm like, if we have superior technology, if we have, a testimony of all the horrible things that you've done to us, and if we have the testimony that you have not even asked for forgiveness, you have not made any efforts to make things right, then why would we fight for you? Why would the Most High show you mercy? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys have actions that you guys need to perform. You had no problem being on top and doing horrible things to us, going above and beyond the destruction that was ordained by the Most High. You had plenty of time to make things right. But now, as you can see, this is what's freaking you guys out.
Trying to say this is a comet, and it behaves like a comet, looks like a comet. By all accounts, it's a comet, but it's different. It's from a different place, and blah, blah, blah. And they pass it to the next person, and they kind of regurgitate the same crap, and then to the third, to the fourth, and they call it.
But see, that's exactly what you guys have done to us. Constantly trying to explain things without explaining anything. You see what I'm saying? You guys, and that's so true. There, you guys were given the top spot, but you didn't earn it. That's why you can't keep it. You can't keep it. You're not fighting to prove anything. You're not fighting to prove anything, but you do put it in movies. Most High makes you put it in movies. And that second Black Panther was showing you the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, was showing you the people here on Turtle Island, our people, who did not want the other nations to know anything about them. That's what Kukulkan in that movie was fighting for the other nations to not find out where they are, not find out about their vibranium, not find out about their technology, any of that stuff. And the Gentiles were always trying to fight to get access to our technology, our information, our knowledge. That's what they were doing the whole time. Trying to get our technology at the bottom of the ocean or vibranium. All of that was, again, us on Turtle Island not wanting to give information to the Gentiles. And we had our colonies that was mixed in with the Gentiles, representing T'Challa and all of them who were surrounded by the Gentiles, who actually wanted to go ahead and help the Gentiles. And you can constantly see how the Gentiles and the other nations were constantly trying to get more knowledge, more information, more weapons, everything. But you had another group that wanted nothing to do with the Gentiles. And had they actually just come together and went against the Gentiles, they could have taken them down. See, we are representing Killmonger. And of course, in the movie, they make Killmonger the villain. Why? Because Killmonger wanted what? He wanted justice. He wanted what the Most High wants. He didn't want mercy for the other nations. Right? He didn't want to give mercy to the other nations. He wanted fairness. He wanted justice. That's what Killmonger wanted. That's what the Most High wants. But in the movie, they made it seem as if somehow wanting God to be fair, God to be just, is evil. They want T'Challa to look past all of their, all of their horrible deeds and defend them. There will be no T'Challa in this real movie. There will be no Black Panther to stop Killmonger. And what's going to be even worse is now you're going to have all 12 tribes of Killmongers. You're going to have 144,000 Killmongers. He wanted revenge for our ancestors. He didn't want to be locked in a cage. He'd much rather had died a free man. So that is what you guys have on tap. That is what is coming on the world now. 144,000 Killmongers with superpower. That is what 3i Atlas is now representing. And that is what you guys are now trying your best to hide. Oh, it's a comet. It's a comet. No, it's not a comet. It's a date. It's a time. It's a switch. It's moving from being fishers to hunters. How can the Most High, being just and fair, be evil? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. And that's exactly it. You guys all have an appointment with destiny. Much love, family. Shalom.